The temperature T of an object in a room after 2 minutes satisfies the differential equation given. Question 8 solves the equation to show that T is equal to this, where A is a constant. So we need just solve this differential equation, and you can see that we can solve it by separating variables. So it becomes dt over T minus 22 is equal to k dt. And integrating both sides, we get that dt over t minus 22, definitely it can be used substitution u, but it looks like integral 1 over x dx, but of the when function is of ax plus b, when x is multiplied by something and it may be plus or minus some number, and we can use the same formula as for 1 over x, but 1 over a arises in front and we keep the same argument. So here you can see that a is 1, so actually nothing arises in front, and we just keep this argument, and we know that 1 over t dt or 1 over x dx, it's what? It's ln, and in general it's the absolute value, ln of the absolute value. So we can write that ln of, let's write the absolute value, t minus 22. If you use substitution u, you will get absolutely the same. Is equal to k dt, k is constant, and it's just t and k, kt, and plus constant of integration, c. Then we need undo this ln to get t to be equal to something like this. So log 2 8 is equal to 3. Why? Because 2 cubed is 8. So it becomes t minus 22. I keep absolute value, but you may guess that definitely it's positive here, but in general it doesn't matter. And you will understand why a bit later. And it becomes e to the power of kt plus c, and it becomes e to the power kt multiplied by e to the power of c. It's like 2 to the power 5 plus 3 is the same as 2 to the power 5 multiplied by 2 to the power of 3, and constant to the power of another constant is just another constant, so it becomes some constant a e to the power of kt. K is not a constant, it's variable, so we cannot say that kt it's some constant or something like that. Or if you meet, for example, e to the power of t, you cannot say that it's another constant because t is variable, it's not a constant. And you know that if how to get rid of this absolute value. Absolute value, it's what? It's a when it's positive and negative a when it's negative. And if t minus 22 is positive, it just becomes t minus 22 is a e to the power of kt. But if it's negative, we should do what? Write minus here, but it's some unknown constant, and negative a is just another constant, and it doesn't matter t minus 22 positive or negative, this constant will take it into account when you will find it, and its general solution, and hence t is a times e to the power of kt plus 22 as required. And we can see that there are two unknown constants, a and k, and that's why there are 2 points 0, 100, 15, 70, so that we can substitute to find unknown constants. And definitely we can start with t is 0 because it will be easier, and when t is 0, t temperature is 100, so it becomes 100 is, but e to the power of 0 it's 1, so it becomes a plus 22. So a is what? 78. correct. Hence it becomes t is 78 e to the power kt plus 22, and another point is 1570. So we get 70 is 78 e to the power of 15 k plus 22, and how to solve it for k. 22 to the left, it becomes 48, and divided by 78 we get e to the power of 15k. It's also it doesn't matter, we'll use a calculator, and then we do ln, so that it becomes 15k. ln of it's just 1, ln of 48 over 78, or 24 over 39, and hence k is this ln is just a number divided by 15. Let's find 2-3 significant figures. So ln of 48 divided by 78, and then divided by 15, and it's negative 0.0324. To 3 significant figures. Hence our function becomes 78 e to the power of negative, it means that it decreases, and plus 22. And you can see that when t tends to plus infinity, you can see that this tends to 0, and hence t tends to 22, and you understand what is 22, is just a room temperature. And when t is 0, you get 100, it's initial temperature. And the last question, hence find the value of t when temperature is 40. So temperature is 40. And solve for t. And it becomes what? 18 over 78 is equal to e to negative 0.0324 t, and again ln to get negative 0.0324 t is ln of 18 over 78, and hence time is this ln will be negative 78 divided by 0.0324, and we get and minus we get ln 18 over 78. You can see it's negative, and together with this minus we get positive answer, and divided by 0.0324. maybe it may be better to take the exact 0, 3, 2, 3, 6, 7, and it's negative because I divide by without this minus, but it's clear that eventually it's positive, so it's 45.3, 45.3 to 3 significant figures. And it's minutes, so it becomes minutes. And that's all for this question.